Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum, and today I'm reacting to Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. This is a recommendation actually from my father, so I know he's going to be watching this. Love you very much. And it looks like this version of the performance here also contains Michael Jackson's Bad, so this is going to be an extended cut. I'm excited to get into this one, guys. It has been a long time since I've actually listened to Michael Jackson, but we all know this classic song, and I'm just ready to get into it. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I upload reactions every day, twice a day, and it's a pretty good time over here. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. It's crazy seeing Michael Jackson now, considering all the P. Diddy drama.
In my veins, I felt the mystery of corridors of time, books of history, life songs of ages throbbing in my blood, have danced to the rhythm of the tide and flood.
He's so poetic.
Do you care? Have you a part in the deepest emotions?
Such sad images.
Of my own heart?
You know, it's like an initial thought that I'm having is just there's not many artists these days that champion the cause of addressing poverty and starvation, especially in third world countries. I'm just trying to think in my head what artists like go out of their way to put as much effort into those kind of things. Michael Jackson was certainly one of those people in history that I remember being so charitable, philanthropic. In the modern day, there's a lot more like virtue signaling. So people feigning at the idea of, positive change and saying a lot of things. The rhetoric is there, but there's little, let's say, in terms of action behind it. It doesn't seem like people are actually motivated. Every so often you will see celebrities doing their own thing, contributing towards non-for-profits or charitable causes or specific special button issues, and I am very appreciative when they do that. But oftentimes too, you'll see celebrities just use their philanthropy as a cushion for their own bad behavior.
Gonna make a change for once in my life.
Just hearing his voice.
Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
Listen to the dynamics in his voice too. He's constantly changing his volume, changing the tone in which he says the words that he says. You could sing a Michael Jackson song completely flat, completely monotone, and it would not sound nearly as good because of all of the bells and whistles that Michael Jackson adds. And I like to use this analogy, but a lot of great singers, like the greatest of all time singers and vocalists, they're instantly recognizable because of their specific style. They happen to just always sound the same. And it's rarely their voice that sounds different. Their voice could sound similar to somebody else, but their stylings that they choose to employ on all of their phrases and the words. And then, of course, Michael Jackson always adds his little ad-libs there. You notice that. So recognizable.
My favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see them?
Nice harmony.
I saw us disregard a broken bottle top and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why no one got to know. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him, do
So true. And you know, like the thing about like Michael Jackson's music is that it always had a good meaning. There was always positive intention behind Michael's music, and his performances speak for themselves. He is such a showman, but listen to just the words that he's saying, right? If you want to actually make a change in the world, it's rarely externalizing that will get you that goal of changing the world. You usually have to start with yourself, because to be that change, you have to be able to embody that within yourself. Otherwise, your ability to let's say convince any other individual or persons or institutions is far more diminished than you otherwise might. Because if you can actually, lead by example, then others have a example to follow. Michael Jackson, despite all of the, slander and issues that, came to his way towards the end of his life, and then a lot of the stories that come around after the fact, he still propagated a lot of positive change. And, frankly speaking, I don't really think of Michael Jackson as a bad person. I don't think he did a lot of the things that people alleged that he did. Again, I think there's a lot of drama with the just social ties that he may have had in Hollywood, like with P. Diddy, with other famous artists that were around at that time. But again, I'm not like a big conspiracy person when it comes to this kind of thing. I just appreciate the music for what it is. And this is a great song. Let's keep going.
It's time that I realize there's love in no home, not a nickel to love. Could it be really pretending that they're not alone? Oh, well, oh, deep in sky, somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream.
Look at him. He just cares for so many people. The lyrics of the song too also remind me of I think it was a quote I heard somewhere, and it basically just has to do with like expansion of your ability to help. And you usually have to start first with yourself, right? Start by like cleaning your room, making your bed, doing the small things, and controlling and improving the space around you. Because again, it's harder and harder to exert influence on larger spaces, external spaces to you. So if you can't improve yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure trying to make efforts in a different domain. So start with cleaning your room. I think it was Jordan Peterson or somebody like that. I'm not remembering now. But start with cleaning your room, and then move to the whole house, and then move to the neighbor's house, and keep expanding in that manner. And there's always a continual process of working on yourself as well. So, before blaming others all the time, don't blame yourself, but at least recognize, have some introspection in you. The people like who are being like airlifted away. I've been to like festivals and concerts where, granted, they're more intense, like metal concerts and shows, but people, they fall, they get hurt, they become dehydrated, and then security takes them out. They like have to crowd surf their bodies forward. It's like a war zone in some of these places. I'm surprised to see it in a Michael Jackson concert too. Just the acapella. choir coming in is so gospel. So many famous figures of peace and the adoration he has. Nelson Mandela. You know, like Michael Jackson definitely, in my mind and just my feeling about things, is he's one of those just cultural figures that in history will be remembered as somebody who wanted to spread love, positivity, peace, and all of those feelings that I have about him, I think were manifest in actual action, right? He was part of a lot of charities, a lot of philanthropy. He's in these environments experiencing firsthand a lot of the desolation, the fear, the despair, a lot of impoverished people who need assistance, who are orphaned. They are living in those situations, and he's able to recognize it. He's able to empathize. And I think that's one of the main reasons why he became as popular as he did. Not only his talent, not only his performance, his skills, his emotion, but his ability to empathize with every single living, breathing human soul. And it's always good to see somebody who's this caring of others succeed and do well. And I don't know, we like to, as I guess a human race, praise those who champion peace in these ways, because oftentimes there's a lot of turmoil in our own lives. But if there's somebody who's just overflowing with positivity, many people who are weak or even strong seek those kind of saints out. And it's important. And that's why I like the juxtaposition with Michael Jackson, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, I think a few other figures as well. Yeah, I don't remember this in the original song. It's like a refrain, a re-chorus. I could just imagine this being sung in like a church, in like a Tyler Perry movie. I like the emphasis on like making that change and making it today, actually, because it's so very easy to, let's say when it comes to habit formation, to defer the habit that you want to form to the next day, the next day's version of yourself, because it's way easier today to not do the thing that you want to do, even though doing that thing may make your future a little bit easier. So start today, because there's no better time to do it. Because if you want to make that change, then you have to start at some point. You can start later, true, but again, starting it now just makes more sense. And being on top of that, being mindful, and then when you realize, if I started today, that's an extra day that I have to improve on this thing and maybe improve on something else as well. So in one sense, there's an opportunity cost to not starting today, but if you improve all of the different things in your life incrementally, your personality, your character, your intelligence, anything and everything, starting today in one of those things or multiple of those things is better than to not. There's so many historical moments. The oil spill is a BP oil spill. I'm not remembering now. It's a beautiful video. You can see his care for humanity. He was world renowned. That kind of status, it happens today, but it means a little less because people just abuse it for themselves. But Michael used that good for others. Wow. It's a beautiful video.
Make that change.
Make that change. It's a perfect way to end this one off, guys. SWG. Really great edit for this one. As much as this was like a musical reaction, this was also like a humanities reaction. This was also a visual retelling of history reaction. I feel like there's so many beautiful moments that you could just pick apart in this 9-minute, 48-second video. And all of it just reduces down to Michael was a definitely positive force for the world. I think his passing had a large negative impact on so many people, because when you have such a just overall good person doing good things, and then that person leaves your life, you realize, oh, maybe I didn't put in as much effort to make that goodness around that I should have. Because it's very easy to mentally manipulate oneself into believing that they are the person that is a good time, causing people around them to be happy, without realizing that, no, maybe it's somebody else around you who is contributing, that is making you feel these good things, and now you're addicted to their presence instead of just becoming a person that other people are drawn to, right? That has to do with a lot of growing up, grounding yourself, self-actualizing, and becoming a better, more well-rounded person. And when you have those people that stand among us, we really praise them, and for whatever reason, we're just magnetically drawn to them. Michael Jackson's a tantamount example of that very thing. But Michael in this song is making the precise point that you need to also become that person by working on yourself, because you can look for things externally, but at the end of the day, it's not going to really matter or manifest in the truth of who you are, in your spirit, in your soul, unless you try to make that change yourself. Becoming the observer to yourself, realizing that you are an actor who can affect your own life trajectory. I mean, it's a realization that a lot of us come to, but we don't really internalize it for a long time, if ever. So, I mean, it's just a good message. I think Michael performs it well, and visually, again, I just really like everything that I saw in that video. Really beautiful video. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, hit that subscribe button, but have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care and peace.